Well, hello, all my peeps out there. Today I'm going to start my Valentine project. I just got back from lunch with my elderly neighbor who lives down the street. She recently lost her husband on October 29th, and she only has one daughter left. She had a son and a daughter, and the son passed away before her husband did. So she only has one daughter, and unfortunately they don't come around very often. So so I took her out and let her watch the Eagles, and we went out to lunch, and we went to her bank so she could handle some for her finances or whatever. Well, she wanted to change so that her bank account would pay her credit card, you know, like automatic withdrawal or whatever. Anyway, so I help her do little things like that she needs help with. So anyway, before I get started, I will change out of my outfit because I'm not doing resin or Aqua Cast in these clothes. So yeah, we have to do something Valentine's-y, and I still don't even know what I'm doing. I actually think I'm going to do one in Aqua Cast and one in resin, and they will probably be for my granddaughters. So, okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, before I get started, I just wanted to show you some things I did a while back. I just never finished them up, and I'm notorious for that. I just start something and then I get so busy that I have a business, so I run a business. But this I made with Aqua Cast. It's a purse. I'm not finished with it yet. Oop. And then here's another one. And you can see the zipper on the top. I do need to make some touch-ups there. And here's the same mold, but I did it in white. So yeah, I need to finish these up. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. I'm either going to put crystals on them or something pretty. They're made of Aqua Cast, so they're like heavy like cement. So they're just meant for decor. They're really pretty though. And yeah, I don't know the exact, maybe that's a Versace, I don't know. This is the same mold, and you guys would probably know better than me because I don't even carry purses, so I forget what logo that is, but you'll know, I'm sure, and you'll put it in the notes. But anyway, that's just something I've been doing lately and haven't finished them up, so let me take these and set them down. Lately, I've just been busy filling pigments and glitters and just all kinds of things. So, anyway, so we're working on Valentine's projects. This is a night light. It's made with plexiglass. And so, I don't know if you can see, but I wrote love on it and I put some hearts on it. But I'm going to try to make it look like stained glass. And, so let me see if I can put a different container back here to hold my iPad up, because I found a design that would work. So I am going to do something similar. It's not going to look exactly like that. I do have this geode PBO relief. Well, this thing is really having a hard time staying up. I gotta find something to keep it up there. So I don't know if you notice that, but you see the plastic. I do this to all my paints. It helps keep your stuff from drying out. we go. Come on. Alright, so let's see if I can do this with you being able to see. You know, let me put my glasses on first. I need my readers. Alright, come on, let's do this thing. Oh, I don't like that consistency. There we go. That's much better. So, I don't know if that's gonna work or not. We'll see. I guess I could paint over it with a marker or something. Well, good morning, everybody. I have changed my mind. Actually, I was going to do these jars for my granddaughters, and I still am, but I'm also going to do this plate. And so I've mixed up my Aqua Cast, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to decoupage these. This will go on the plate, and then this will go on the lid to the jar. But I don't like combining my two projects together. I like to pour them separate. It's just the way I like to do it. So if you want, you can fast forward it. I just feel like I get a better accuracy. Well, right now, I just found out that the calculator is down on the Eli Chem website. So I had to get a hold of Aram, who's the owner, and he gave me the calculations that I needed. He said that we'll be down for about a week. They're revamping their website. So you'll have to wait for that or contact him. This already looks like it's not enough, so I hope this is enough. It might not, and I might have to go make some more. That's about right. Alright. Should be using one of my spatulas. This little stirring stick is not that great for Aqua Cast. But it's too late now. I already started using it. Alright. So I'm just going to pour some of that in there. I see a few lumps, so I'm going to bump those out a little bit. And squeeze my jar. Probably should have done that with the plate, but and the funny thing is when I usually weigh my volume out, I usually add like 10 to 20 extra on there just in case. You know, I'd rather have a little bit more than not enough. And so I gave those calculations for these two projects to Aram from Eli Kim, and he gave me the amounts of water and powder. So again, that calculator will be up in about a week. We'll see. Maybe I'll just keep it the same. Gosh knows I got two granddaughters, and if they think that one got something that the other didn't get, they sure let me know. I always try to keep them pretty similar. And they're all about cats. I'm thinking about making them some barrettes too. I have got a new resin mold for hairpins. So I'm thinking about, they won't have cats in them though. They'll have flowers or something in them. Edges coming down off the lid. But I think if I cut those, the smaller one, if I just snip, 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 snip around there, I'll be able to fold the edges over the flat, because it goes just a little bit bigger than the flat part. All right, so I'm gonna let you go now, and I will be back when these are done. Okay, I'm back. The Aqua Cast is still curing, so I thought I'd do a few of these hairpins. I got these on resin, and I thought I'd make little hairpins for my granddaughters. So I'm just gonna put a thin layer of this in first. First of all, I'm gonna move this because we gotta go backwards, buddy.
Call from Hippie Pharmacy. Call from Hippie Pharmacy. Hippie Pharmacy calling for Laura. Your prescription starting in MET is ready for pickup at Hippie Pharmacy, 20 Wilson Avenue Southwest.
Yep, there's one. I'll put something on the background. Not sure if it'll be glitter or what. And this will be interesting if I can do it with Evangeline's name in one of those. Her name is so long. When she was born, they told us we could, the good thing about naming her Evangeline is we could either call, you know, we could make up our own little name for her. And so we were going to call her Eva. And about a year later, she said we couldn't call her that anymore. It had to be Evangeline. I'm like, okay, we just follow the rules. She says, oh yeah, you can do Eva's a good one. Or she said, or you can call her Angel or Evangeline. I don't remember what all her options were that she, but then when I said Eva, she didn't, she changed her mind. Which I thought was stupid, because Evangeline's a long name. And I don't know, I guess I grew up with people with nicknames, you know, when their name was that long. Right, I'm just going to squirt this one this time. And I'm going to look at this one because this one looks like it needs some more resin over here. There's one little bitty hair on here, but I think it's stuck on here. Okay, so it'll be interesting that this says it on the other side. This might have to be the front side. So, just in case, I think I'm going to put some flowers in there. If I can look underneath. So, I may just take those out and put the background on. These are cute little beads. Evangeline. That's going to be a tight fit, I think. Wouldn't you know it? Ooh. Right. I am going to put these in the curing machine, but I'm going to go ahead and do a few of these too. Why not, right? All right. Let me get a little tape. Don't want that bubble. This lavender I bought online, and oh my gosh, it smells so good. Okay, so I see a little piece there, and a little piece there. And then let me see what other flowers I can throw in there. No, that's too big. Let's move this one over. No, I don't like it. I don't like it there either. This is part of that flower, so I'm just gonna put it in there somehow, like that. And then I have these verbenas that I could pop each flower off. Mm. I'm going to leave the stems on there for now. Evangeline takes up the whole mold. So that's gonna be a little hard. Make sure it got in there. Yeah. How did that one get over there? I didn't put that in there. Must have dropped off. This one. All right. These are so fragile that I can just pick them up individually and just put them in there. Alright. We need to put something over in that other one. Try putting some of these in this one. Okay. I am going to put these scraps in and put it in the curing machine. All right, be right back. And I'll have a few of these here because they'll sink. Actually, they'll be about halfway through. See if I can get a couple of these flowers to go in. I don't know, they'll probably float up. I'm sure they will. All right, let's see how those look. Well, good morning, all my little peeps. So I had a change of mind. I wanted to make these trays, little trays with a box, a trinket box for my granddaughters. They do love cats for everything. So I thought, well, I'll do it like this. And then I did make these hairpins for them. I haven't put the pins on yet, but here is the one that has the blue flowers in it. This one also has a blue flower in it with some, oh, let me see, the lighting's not very good, is it? Let me turn this lamp a little bit. There we go. I will outline those in gold at the top. This one is the lavender one. Well, you can't see it very well. I'm saving the cute ones for last. Here's another flower one with gold in it. And then My oldest granddaughter's name is Evangeline. And then my youngest granddaughter is Imelda. I thought they turned out really super cute. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seal these on, and then I think I'm gonna paint on where I was supposed to use some of my pigments, but because this is Aqua Cast, I'm not going to. I'm gonna paint a similar red than my cherry apple, or candy apple, sorry. And I'm gonna paint like a funny border around here. And then maybe I'll stick some glitter on it or something. So for now, I gotta decide where I'm going to put the paint. Okay, so yeah, I have to be able to see what kind of border I have to work with here. And I want it to be kind of whimsical looking, you know. Something like that. Wonder if they'll fight over. Well, they won't fight. Whatever I give them, they get. But they're both cute cats. How could they not like them? And maybe on these, I will just paint the lid on the last level. That will make it easy. And then we'll glue these things down. All right, how's that sound? I think I like this border better than this one, so maybe I might straighten that up to look like that, kinda. So, as you know, I always put plastic on my paints. See? Keep them covered. It keeps them from drying out. Trust me, they will. They will dry out. I don't care what kind of paint it is. If you don't, unless you use them every day, and I don't, so that's why I do this. But all right, now I got paint on my hands. Let me go get this off of my hands. Let me get the rest of this. I have to put another piece on it. I think instead of this one, I'm gonna use this one. And people ask me all the time, do you have to seal your Aqua Cast before? No, you do not. It'll just absorb into the plate, and I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to do 2 coats on here anyway, but even if I would have put sealer on here first, I still would have had to do a 2nd coat. So I suppose some paints, if you wanted to go with a 1 coat or something, you could seal it and maybe not have to paint as much. But I really like this color red, and there's some red on their kitty cats, and I'm thinking about putting little polka dots since the bow has polka dots. Anyway, I'm going to leave that, and I'm going to paint the back side too, I think. All right, so let's try to match up. I mean, it's not going to look exactly like that, but this one, I don't know, I didn't like it. All right, so that's all I'm going to do on this one till it dries. And I can do the tops of these jars. All right. All right, I gotta go get my glasses. All right, so that one's done. Make sure all the sides. Yep. You know, I don't know why, but on the Aqua Cast, sometimes you get little spots like this, and I don't know where they come from. It's like a little green spot. But you're more than welcome to paint these. For this one, I'm going to have the cat over it anyway, so. I have my We Do Not Care shirt on. You follow her on, I think her name is Melanie on Instagram. She is hilarious. It's for pre-menopausal, menopausal, and post-menopausal women. And she's got a list of funny things. And now, it started out she just did it. And then she started telling people, well, you're part of the club now, so you can put things in the comments. And she uses it sometimes, you know. And she first starts off and she's got this notepad. And she's usually got her glasses on over her head, or maybe she's got her glasses on, but then she's got a highlighter marker, and she sticks the highlighter in her mouth and then spits the cap out really fast, and then she starts reading off her list, and then as she reads them off, she marks them off with the highlighter. It's so funny. Anyway, she's gotten so big that they sell t-shirts that says proud member. Oh shoot, look what I just did. Laura. Gosh darn it. got it on the inside of the jar. Dang it. See? That's what I get for talking. Now, you might have to paint the inside of that. Anyway, she's gotten so big that she's selling t-shirts. It's a proud member, we do not care club. And I just love her. She's just so hilarious. So you have to look her up. I pass them on to my friends in St. Louis. Friends that I've known for at least 30 years. I'm from St. Louis originally, and when I told you the story, met my husband in California, and when we came back, we tried to do St. Louis first because I wanted to be home, you know. But that didn't work out. We did it for 5 years, and my husband hated it. So I let him bring me up here to Iowa, and first I hated it. But I thought, well, it's not that far to go to St. Louis. At the time, it was like a 5.5 hour drive. But then they put the Avenue of the Saints in, and that shortened up the trip. So I've been here in Iowa since '91, so that's more than I've been anywhere. So this is home. Even though I still say St. Louis is my home, I still root for the Cardinals. I never was really into the hockey team. My friend Sue, she is, and let me make sure I got the sides all, yep, all the sides look good. So I am gonna move this jar on top of that one. I'm gonna have to look at that. Might just have to paint this inside one now. Just the inside, I guess. And then I'll put a second coat on here, and I'm gonna do that off camera. Okay, so I changed my mind and decided to paint the outer edge of this. Where did I put my paint? Maybe I left it upstairs. I went and wrapped it with fresh wrap. And so, because I wanted some red in there, and it was just too plain without something there. So, and then I put the gold marker around here. And so now, before I put these on, I am going to, you can see here, I'm going to put some polka dots on. So, I'm going to scatter these out, and I want them to be kind of different sizes. I don't want them to all be the same. I don't know if you know this, but I used to do dotting, and I enjoyed it every morning with my coffee. And I would do one dotting every morning. It was fun. So if you've never tried it, I mean, this isn't considered dotting, but this is a dotting tool. And I don't know if I have any YouTube videos where I actually did any dotting. I might have a video where I showed some of my dotting pieces. And I'm not like an expert, trust me. I didn't do it that long. Oh gosh, I see where I messed that up. I'm gonna have to fix that. You see my, can you see my mistake? That gold wasn't dry yet. So I'm gonna try to go around it. So then I decided on doing these, and I think the girls will love these. They're cat lovers. I'll give them candy too. Maybe I'll give them some candy to put in their dishes or something. I don't know. Oh, and then I made those barrettes, so those are hairpins. So those hairpins can go in their little jars here. They're also going to have cats on them. Okay. Excuse me. So I am going to let this dry. Meanwhile, I'm going to take this plate up and try to just paint just a little bit of red there. Can you see? Let me see. It's right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. But I'm going to just paint some red over it real quick. And I'll wait for that to dry, and then we'll put this down with some varnish. And I'll be right back. Bye. Okay, so I think this paint is dry enough, and I gotta get a move on here. I'm hoping, I did this with the napkin decoupage when I did the penguins, and so I'm hoping that this works with this as well. This is varnish. I do have Mod Podge, but I know sometimes that it shows brush strokes really bad, so I'm hoping this works okay. Isn't that cute? Okay, I'll let that dry first, and then I don't know, maybe I will put a coat over it real quick. I like to do a thin coat so it doesn't raise up. And I haven't sealed this yet, it's still unsealed. And that's okay, as long as you seal it afterwards, you're good. Uh-oh. I see it starting to bubble a little bit. That's what I was worried about. Okay, well, it was good just putting it underneath. Not good putting it over the top. So I will leave that dry. And then come back and put a coat on it later. There, the bubbles all went back down. And I might just spray seal it. But by putting that on top, it started to immediately bubble up. And I wondered if it was going to do that. But going underneath it was fine. Let's see. So, let's see how this looks. I think that looks good. I'm going to pull that edge up. And I'm going to do the sides of his face, because that's good there too. And it's good right there. It's these bigger pieces that are going over the bend. That's going to need the cutting. I ordered these off of Etsy. They were a download, and I just printed them off on computer paper. So let me cut. I'm just gonna snip just a little bit. Going under my brush. I think that'll be good. Hope you can see me. Can you see me over there? Okay, so I'm gonna lay down one first, and then the other one on top. And like I said before, when we were doing this part here, if there's a little room for your brush to get under there, you need to get under there with some of this glue or varnish, whatever. You can use Mod Podge. Okay, now this one is cut. So where is it cut? Right there. So I am going to put that down first. And I can see a little space here. Okay. And then He will be home here shortly. I know he's got them hidden somewhere here in my shop, but I don't know where. So I'll be back in a little bit. Bye.